Okay, so now let's come to the last page and we are going to get our last 4 marks. Determine a value for the acceleration of free fall using the gradient of your line and the formula below. So I just have to 4 pi square over, and I plant in this figure, 4.08. So moment of truth, 4 times pi square divide by 4.08. So I actually get 9.68. So that's fairly close to 9.8, right? 9.68. Okay, so some of you might think, oh, it's not 9.8. Do I need to reverse engineer my whole table? Please, you don't have to do that. At the end of the day, the graph is the best indicator. So let's say if you have a smooth little line here, all right? So there will be errors that cause you not to get as close. You are not going to find gravity or free fall using a piece of paper, okay? Right? That's why they have part E. Come on! Identify 2 different types of sources of error in this experiment. Okay, so sometimes they will give you a clue. Okay, there is something weird in this pendulum experiment. Most of the time when you do this experiment back in your school days, do you just record one value of t? No, you record multiple times, right? And then you find the average. Why do you do that? You do that to reduce the effects of human error. But because you only record one value, we are not compensating for human error. So the first source of error, because they gave us a clue, I'm going to write that. Human error in collecting timing t. Okay, so improvement is record at least 3 values of t and calculate the average to be used. This will reduce the effects of human error. Okay, source of error number 2. Okay, actually this experiment has numerous things that can go wrong. Okay, one of it is we usually use a pendulum bar with a string and a bar, but here we use like a piece of paper, right? So while you are moving, there could be a tendency of this thing is like swung to the side. And then when it do this, okay, it's catching some air, all right? So this might actually affect your swing. So that's one. But the second more glaring thing is that, remember just now when we are doing hole number 6, we have to do that whole imaginary exercise of it moving. Why did it stop moving? Because this piece of paper, the mass of the paper is too low. So it won't generate enough potential energy to last through your whole kinetic energy and overcome the friction. So that's why halfway it will stop. So the source of error is actually the design of the experiment, okay? All right? So the mass of paper strip is too low to maintain 10 oscillations through all the holes. Okay, so the improvement, right, we can actually add an additional mass to the strip of paper. So let's say I attach a plasticine here, then I will get more potential energy. Then maybe I will swing through and I don't have to do my imaginary exercise. Okay, so improvement is to attach a mass to the strip of paper to allow the swings to last longer. Right? So this is how I will answer it. How many points I will get, I actually don't know, but this is how I will do it. All right? So it's fairly simple, this experiment, so I hope this exercise will benefit you. So remember, before you submit, go back to your table, write everything in pen. Okay, why do I have it in pencil? It's just in case I need to do some reverse engineering if my graph or my figures turn out to be very wrong. Okay, so but hopefully we never have to do that if we do our experiment properly. Okay, but this is my personal habit. If you want to write straight away in pen mark, you can also do so, but maybe don't write it in the middle, write it at the side. So if you need to make certain correction, you still have space for you to cancel and then write it beside it. Okay, so the last thing your examiner wants is so much scratching and all that. So you must understand that the marker doesn't see you conduct the experiment. The way you conduct the experiment, whether you are calm or not, they can only see it from how you record the readings. So every impression counts. So that's it. And I will erase this thing, but I should not bore you with this part. See you in the next video.
Thank you for seeing through the entire physics practical. Now, if you like the practical video, remember to click on like and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Well, if you need more help in the physics content, go to our bio and check out our Project Lightboard teaching series, where we have a series of very good teaching videos on physics. I believe it can benefit you. Check it out.